Previously on Reintarnation, our heroes split the party. After a tense discussion with the mystical misfits, Lilith disposed of the members of the Church of the Living who were responsible for taking the lives of the guards within Crunlow Keep. Belle and Mavus decided to become her hostages in exchange for the forces of the afflicted withdrawing into Corpsetown. But what awaits our heroes? What will they do now that the party has been torn apart? Find out right now on Reintarnation.
Torn apart is a little aggressive, don't you think?
A little bit.
I think that's accurate.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And did you really have to say hostages too? Sorry.
That's just kind of what, what I thought. But,
Okay.
if you had different ideas, then, that's
I
cool
would
too.
call us
Yeah.
just Lilith, her best friend, and her cousin. No hostages here.
I mean,
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
hostage like.
Yeah. Hostage light? Yeah.
Hostage adjacent.
Hostage adjacent, yeah.
We're the same brain.
Oh my god. Welcome back to Reintarnation, everybody. My name is Tyler, your Dungeon Master. With me, as always, are our amazing players. We've got Sage, we've got Bella, we've got Sebastian, we've got Kate, we've got Sunday on comms. Thank you very much for watching and being
I'm actually
here.
Tyler too.
Yeah, that's true. We've got Tyler as well on in the other screen. It's gonna be great. Cool. Let's start as we always do with fun facts. This week we're gonna start with Lia. Lia, do you have a fun fact about yourself for us?
That is the one thing I forgot to prepare before this D&D session today.
It could be anything. It doesn't need just anything off the cuff is totally fine with me. I can also
Okay.
ask you a question if you want.
I have an idea.
Cool.
Okay. You know how when children are born, sometimes their hair is like blonde and then it turns to brown a lot of the times? Well, Leah's hair when she was born was actually brown and it turned to red as she aged.
Whoa, interesting. Cool. Very cool. I like that a lot. Nice. Thank you, Lia. We will move you to the back of the queue. Next up, we have Mavus. Do you have a fun fact about yourself for us?
I do. I once broke my pinky finger trying to shoplift an item, and I didn't realize that like the hole wasn't gonna fit my hand, but I did it too fast that I got my pinky. Yeah, it was bad. However, all healed now. It's good. It's good to go.
Yeah. Nice. Perfect. I love that. Great. Thank you, Mavis. You'll be going first next week. Hex, you are next. Any fun facts about yourself for us?
Give me a question. I had one, but I don't think it's good.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm judging myself before you all have the chance.
We're like, don't judge yourself.
What is? Did Hex have any child toy objects growing up?
I think the only thing that he had was the cloak. The only thing that he had was that cloak with the sigil on it from the before times. But I think on the ship, with Vu and all of them, I think the first toy that they ever gave me was a very sharp dagger. And I think that
tracks.
I still have. Yeah, that's still as soon as I could grasp it. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a group of interdimensional pirates. I feel like they don't really have a lot in the way of
Oh yeah. It just reminds me of this reminds me of the vine of the mom going, "What do you have?" And the kid goes, "A knife," and she goes, "No."
Yeah.
Oh wait, that would be so
Just
putting Hex's face on the kid as they're running around.
Running around with the knife.
Oh god.
That's amazing. Awesome. All right, thank you, Hex. Last but not least, we have Belle. Belle, do you have a fun fact for your group about you?
Yes.
for us?
Yes, I do. Belle has had the privilege of getting to try out different hobbies and creative expressions, and also the privilege of having wonderful resources available to her, and she has put them to use. She's a hobby enjoyer, and she went through a phase of enjoying spending time in the kitchen, and she found that she loves cooking but does not like baking because of the like rigidity of baking. You really have to stick to a recipe, and she likes to improvise, and it made for some really bad bakes. So yeah.
Soggy bottoms.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Thank you, Belle. All right, we are going to open. Let's start. Okay, so we have two. As I said before, we have two different groups right now. We are going to start in. Let's do Crunlow Keep first.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm accidentally moving myself. It's fine.
On the
Wait,
move already.
who are these people?
You're totally good. Who are those people?
Ow, ow.
So, there are two. So Vu and Kale, they assume their disguises again.
Oh, those are their disguises?
Yeah, that's Kale
Oh,
and Vu's
cool.
Take
disguise.
back my comment.
This is how they. This is how they present themselves to the rest of the world.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
I would have given Kale way more shit if I knew this is what he looked like.
Oh, that's gold.
Good. So we open up as the I'm gonna say it's a couple of hours later, and Will has been just beside himself, his head in his hands, sitting at the table. Kale and Vu come in to the room. They have Hertz with them. They have let's put Sir Pillingham there and Isong Day as well. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you, plus Hertz, the 8 of you, are sitting in this room. Kale and Vu seem to, or rather Hertz, I guess, seems to be giving some kind of field report as far as how many are dead, how many are injured, how many automatons have been dismantled. I'll put Bill there as well. Bill comes trudging in with some towels.
Oh, Bill's so cute.
Bill comes trudging in with a few towels. He begins to mop up some of the blood on the floor.
Oh.
Hex and Lia, what would the two of you like to do?
I think Hex immediately goes up to, on his way to Will, passing Kale. I'll put a hand on Kale's shoulder, say, "Are you wearing an ascot?"
I don't control what the disguise is. It's just, you know how this works.
I don't. You're wearing an ascot and you have a feather in your cap.
Yeah, well, I guess the spell figured that it would make the most sense in that we were trying to blend in with humans. I don't know what humans look.
The spell thought you'd go yodeling in the mountains.
I mean, I don't... He just, like, punches a chair. And he sits down. He starts muttering to himself, yodeling in the mountains.
I go over to Will. I put a hand on his shoulder. I said, Don't blame yourself. There's important things that we need to attend to. Okay? Best thing you can do right now is to work. And to work hard. Tell me what you know about the vault. And then I also look at Vu. I said, did you make it to the vault?
So, she nods at Kale, and Kale, he says, yeah, we made it to the vault.
And?
I got some pretty things. He starts he looks around. He makes sure that Hertz is, like, doing anything else. And he just kind of, like, opens his coat. And you see that there's, like, wands. There are scrolls. There are just sacks of coins. There's jewels.
Jesus.
And he slowly closes it, and he says, yeah, we're going to make quite a fortune from this.
Did you find anything useful?
Well, useful how?
I look at Vu with just like an expression that's just like, are you kidding me? Like, what's?
Vu has just been like this the whole time that he's been talking, and she says, oh, bloody hell. So, useful like any of things that we came here for. And Carla, he says, yeah, well, I found that there was some fancy things behind glass. I was afraid to break it lest we trip any security systems. But yeah, I figure there's some things that we might want to explore in the vault.
Okay. I pat Will on the shoulder, and then I look to Lia, just to kind of gauge what's on Lia's face.
So I actually, while that was going on, I wanted to go talk to Isung Dae and Sir Pillingham.
Yeah, okay. So while that's happening, you go over to the two of them.
Yeah. I guess I'll just be like, because this is the first time we're seeing them, right? Again, after.
Yeah. Since you all charged the keep. Yeah.
Is this is immediately after?
I'm gonna say maybe 30 minutes to an hour have gone by.
Okay.
As everyone was just collecting themselves.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Will was inconsolable, weeping uncontrollably.
Okay.
I can't remember where they were. Were they in the keep beforehand?
They were.
Before we came?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
They had gone to the vault to make sure that everyone was okay.
That's right. Okay. I just want to go over to them and say, like, I'm glad you guys are okay. Did you guys find anything in the vault?
So Isung Dae, he says, unfortunately, Taurus is in critical condition after a large tree fell on him.
Is he nearby? Sorry, I'm not in.
And then Tim, I say, well, that would be because he saved us. He helped make sure that we could come get you guys on time. I think, yeah, we gotta get him to some help, like some care, someone who could help heal him quickly. I owe him that much.
Sir Pillingham says, "Oh, unfortunately, healers are in very short supply here. Probably your parents. They're some pretty bigwig druids, right? Surely they've got some kind of healing magic, right?"
Yeah, I believe so. I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just full of ideas.
Yeah.
So
you really are. You remind me of my my archery teacher.
Oh, really? Is he a gnome?
Yeah. Well, was he?
He's a dwarf.
Dwarf. Okay. No, but like you guys have like the same type of personality.
Oh, wow.
I like you.
Oh, I'd love to meet him someday. That seems good. Well, actually, I think maybe Isong Dae and I might pick up Turris's body and bring him up to your parents. Then, if that's cool. Yeah, we only just found out he's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, I'd say go for it. But
Great.
They know how to help.
Great. All right. Bye. And he sheathes his sword, and Isong Dae and the two of them begin to walk off. And as he walks off, you hear Sir Pillingham say, If that archery teacher's a fucking gnome or dwarf or something, that's the most racist shit I've ever heard." And so, like, he continues to walk down.
What do you mean? He just just like him.
So you
Anyways.
continue down. You continue like. So at this point,
That's crazy.
at this point, Hex, you are approaching Lia.
I approach Lia. Do I hear what? Do I hear what? Pillingham just said.
You just heard like just a brief like the most racist shit I've ever heard as he just like.
And Leah's just
down.
like,
I walk up to Lia and go, were you being, what did you say? Were you being racist?
I just said he like his personality is similar to my archery teacher.
Is your archery teacher a gnome?
No.
I'm not gonna ask any other questions.
Okay. I just was trying to make friends, she says. I'm not good at this.
So, Will... Oh, sorry, no, good.
No, I kind of lightly... I don't know I lightly console Lia not understanding exactly what happened, but just like trusting Lia
God.
enough that it was a misunderstanding. I'm going... I guess my question is for Hertz. I guess I have a question for Hertz about the security systems in the vault.
Yeah, so Hertz is sitting in a chair.
Hertz, could you tell me about, and how much about what happened do they know? Does everybody know that everybody was taken, right?
So Hertz knows that. So yeah, Hertz had been consoling Will for a bit. Hertz knows that Belle and Mavus
were taken.
Are currently in Corpsetown, or at least on their way to Corpsetown.
Okay, so I guess I'll go up to Hertz and say, I understand this is a lot to ask, but we need to see everything that's in the vault, and just to see if there's anything that can help us understand the nature of what's going on in Corpsetown with Lilith, and to help bring back Mavis and Belle.
Of course, I believe that there are some items that have gone missing from the vaults. I will do my best to take inventory of what is not there.
May I join you?
Of course. Young Lady Thalion, would you also like to join me? Join us in the vault?
Yes, we gotta figure out what's going on down there.
He looks over at Will, and he says, I hope that your companions may be able to stay with the young master, perhaps to console him, or at least make sure that he does not cry himself to sleep.
They'll keep him safe and in good, well, as good of spirits as he can be in.
Of course. So you make your way to the vault. From here, we will switch to Corpsetown. So we see. Let's do a little more
Map is so pretty.
ominous. Right, yeah, this is as always, we use our stuff from Chepeku, which is a great group of people. It's a great. It's a great. It's a great. What can I say?
We love them.
Yeah, it's a great. So we see the about maybe 100, maybe around 100 afflicted, all in robes and in just, if they don't have robes, then they have symbols of the Church of the Living.
100?
Trudging across the bridge, the dust bridge.
Yeah.
Down the pathway through the walls of Wu Krunlo. You notice that there are 2 large gates from the walls that have been destroyed. They slowly walk past people in Swedgen that are cowering, and they go through the walls and into Corpsetown. You notice that there are actually a lot of afflicted in Corpsetown that are not part of the church. And they are also just as scared. You notice that there are a few afflicted that have turned, that as soon as Mavis and Belle enter their area of life sense, they begin to turn and they begin to run towards you. As they do, Lilith holds her hand up to the few afflicted that are charging, and they seem to stand still. She says, "We're gonna go back into the church. It's the safest place in Corpsetown, especially for all of you."
What are we... Like, are we... Do I have a cool robe on? Are we... How do we look? Are we... Is anyone holding on to me? What's the freedom level?
The very large afflicted, the super jacked lady is behind the 2 of you.
Cool.
Seems like she's got these big brass knuckles, and she seems to be ready to hit something. Lilith, now in her, or I guess, different voice now that she's in her disguise. Lilith says in her leader voice, "Once we get inside, we shall discuss terms." You notice that throughout this entire journey, Lilith has made no effort to disguise who the 2 of you are. She actually seems to have taken steps to make sure everyone sees you, the 2 of you. But you eventually get into the church. What would the 2 of you like to do?
I'm gonna ask if we can have a break to Lilith and see if we can like kind of take like 10 minutes to just like sit, because it's been a long walk. And if she has any... Do they eat?
They do not.
No! Okay. Well, if we could take a break and just relax and not eat food, I guess. Just so that we can like talk amongst ourselves before we have our terms discussion.
So Lilith brings you into... So you notice, first of all, the Church of the Living is a very large... It did used to be some kind of religious structure that was... It's in disrepair. There are cracks in the ceiling. You can see the sky from where you are. But she brings you into a small chamber with a door. And she says, "Take all the time that you need, Mavis. I must see to my flock." And the door closes behind her. What would the 2 of you like to do?
We're just by ourselves, right?
Yeah, just you and Belle.
Did anyone, like, no one else came in the room with us, but was anyone else, like, did it seem like there was anyone else? Like, did the big buff lady stand outside the door? Yeah.
It seems like she might be so the door does have like pretty big cracks in it, and you do see that there are a couple of turned afflicted that are standing outside the door.
Oh, not turned afflicted. Okay.
Turned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say out loud, "Mavis, are you okay?" And then I'm gonna say, by casting message, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, how does magic work again? Anyways, I'm gonna cast message and say, "Let's be careful what we say, but also let's not be silent, because that's suspicious too."
I'm gonna say okay with message in my head. I'm gonna like nod, and then out loud I'm gonna say, I think I'm okay. I feel, I don't know, it's like weird. All of this is really weird. I'm not sure how to like approach this, but are you okay? Because I feel like you got even more like hit with information than I did.
I also am not sure how to approach this.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad I'm not alone. Do you regret coming down here with me?
No, not at all, actually. I love Lilith. Well, I love
Everyone.
everyone. And
Me too.
this is such a hard discussion. Somebody outside the door. I'll talk and I'll be like, well, can we talk about like
I think
like
I want to
food
say
and missing, like we miss certain foods and certain things like out loud, but like cast
Yes.
message, so we don't have to do two conversations at once. Is that okay, Tyler?
I think I want to
Sure.
like
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
also if we could like set ourselves up for that and be like, yeah, like I think we can out loud say like right now I miss those sandwiches we ate.
Okay.
What snacks do you miss, Mavis? Okay, and then now I'm gonna cast message.
Okay, like in my head, that message. I feel like I trust Lilith because of who she was, but I don't fully know who she is now. Like, do you see her controlling the undead people? I'm already forgetting. The afflicted. The inflicted?
Afflicted, yeah.
It's been a while. I'm so sorry. I missed y'all so much. The afflicted. Did you see her casting and like kind of controlling them? That's weird.
Yeah,
I
I was surprised to see her control afflicted that weren't part of the group that walked here with her and that had turned, and I think I'm nervous about what kind of power she has, but I also think that we should give her a chance because she's someone that has meant so much to you and she's part of my family.
Yeah.
And I don't want to turn my back on that. But I won't let her hurt me or you or my brother. And if we're being honest, I think it would be ideal if she didn't hurt my father, but I have some complex feelings there, and I think that's going to be a bigger thing to unpack. But anyways, I think we should give her a chance. But I also think we should both be vigilant.
Yes. And to be clear, my priority with coming here is making sure that you're okay. And of course, I'm happy to see her, but your safety matters more to me right now. So I'll back you up.
I'm like, I have the biggest grin on my face and like tears in my eyes, and I'm like, Mavis, you mean so much to me. And I forgot to cast message. I'm just saying this out loud. You mean so much to me, and it means the world to me that you came down here with me. There is nothing that I wouldn't do to keep you safe, and I hope you know I trust you, and the people that you trust, I trust, but I won't let anybody hurt you.
Same.
Okay.
Nothing else to
Add
say.
a point
Just
of
say.
inspiration to the pool.
Oh, real?
Yeah. No, that was good. It's good.
Hell
Good
yeah.
RP. Good RP,
Heck
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah. So at that, I'll say about 10 minutes have gone by between you constantly casting message to each other, and like then eventually it culminating into that. The door opens, and Lilith is standing there. No, that's not true. I'm gonna say a big buff lady is standing there,
Yeah, big buff lady.
and
Does she have a name?
says,
I'll ask her. It's fine.
BBL.
Just keep going.
Her name is BBL. Big buff lady. You did that yourself. That was not me.
You did do that. No, you did do
I was
that.
like, wait,
BBL, my
what?
friend. You did that, not me. Don't look at me like that.
I
That took me a second. I was like, wait.
I was like, did we all forget this moment? Yeah. No, you kind of said that.
Oh my god.
can I take away inspiration? No.
No!
Oh.
No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah.
Whose side are you
so-
on? What?
Hey, get out of here.
I swear to God.
So she
Anyways,
So she opens the door and she says, "It's time. Are you ready?"
what's your name?
What?
Your name. I'd love to know it. My name's Belle.
Yeah,
It's good to meet you.
yeah, I know. All right, I'm Claire.
Aw, that's a beautiful name, Claire. Okay,
Thanks.
Claire, it's time.
Great. Okay. And she takes the two of you up to the what looks like some kind of she takes you down the hallway.
Huge.
Through that hallway, you pass by several rooms. All of these rooms have different things in them. One of them has a pile of what look like children's toys. One of them has a pile of discarded garments, and there are some afflicted in there that seem to be working on repairing them. One of the rooms has crude weapons that a few afflicted seem to be working on. All of these are Church of the Living people. And then one of the rooms has a big barred door that seems to have been... It seems as though there was no door, and somebody wedged big metal bars in the ground and wedged them up against the wall. And in that room, there are no lights, no torches. There's nowhere to see anything, and it's in shadow.
Oh.
Mavis, you have dark vision, yeah, as a tiefling?
Yes.
So you can see in shades of... So dark vision works, it's like doggy vision, it's black and white. So you see that there is an outline of a figure, a big humanoid figure in that room. And it just seems to be shuffling around back and forth. And you get to what looks like some kind of throne room, maybe where the church was originally, the main chamber. And you open the door. Lilith is sitting there in her leader form. And from there, we will go back to the vault.
Leader
With a
form.
new
Activate.
scene.
Whoa! Wow!
This is what the vault looks like?
That is what the vault looks like, yeah.
Damn, girl, you live like this?
Yeah,
That's pretty
what
sick.
the heck?
Just like, obviously I'm not there now, but have I been into this room before? Just
Yeah,
curious.
you've been to the vault before.
Cool.
Holy shit.
The vault
Yeah, no
is
big
the
deal.
size of many, many rooms. It's a very large piece of equipment. It has technology that has constructed that is still held up, where it has the bigger on the inside effect. So this is one of many parts of the vault. This is the first room. You know it. Actually, we've got Hertz here. So Hertz walks in. He
True.
says, "Welcome to the first chamber. This is the orrery chamber. This is where we keep all of our orreries." Yes, of course. This is where you will find... And he begins to point at the different globes that are covered in these spinning metal devices. And he says, "Over here, this is a... there are different ways of viewing different planes of existence. Over the course of the Crunlow reign and baronies, through the kingdom that was Shib, we had collected many ways of exploring other worlds. And the multiverse, of course, we have the plane of absolute law." And he points to the center sphere. And you notice as you peer at it, it begins to change from an opaque, even translucent orb. You begin to see visions within the orb of these large clockwork creatures. Some of them are shaped like big circles, some of them are shaped like big triangles, some of them squares, some of them like long, stick-like creatures with many arms, all made of metal, all marching in time with each other. He begins to point to other orreries. He says, "We have 5 such orreries in the collection, each keyed to a different plane."
I would like to see if anything pings or seems familiar to the vision I had with the whatever Kale stole.
Yeah, the Sears Cube. So
Yes.
yeah, none of these seem to be the closest that you can see is actually that plane, the plane of absolute law. In that it has things that look techy, but nothing so far as nothing as advanced as what you had seen,
Okay.
and certainly not with the stars overhead.
And so, okay, but this is similar to the technology of that like planar orb that he had me
Yeah,
touch.
yeah, seems like it.
Okay, do any of these look demonic or infernal?
They don't. All of these seem to be linked to... Well, actually, that's a very good question. You can... So, it'll take a little bit for you to investigate all 5 of these.
Yeah,
Or I
so the
guess
first
4.
one has clock people.
Yes, first one has clock people.
Okay. Well, this is ridiculous. And then I'll move on to the next. I'm looking for any kind of connection or insight to like demonic, infernal, looking for beings that look like that we saw in our post-monition earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
do you
Leah,
want
as
me to-
that's happening, what are you doing?
I think she's so like overwhelmed by like everything around. She's just kind of like looking at everything and is like, because like, you know, she hasn't really seen anything like this before, I guess. So she's just like really like taking it all in and just like in awe, just like, oh my god, and kind of just like watching Hex do what he's doing as well, like in the corner of her eye, but like more so like kind of going off on her own to just like look at everything as well.
Great. So yeah, Hex, you don't have to roll. I'll just give that to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So eventually you do come to an orrery that, as you peer into it, you see that there are small streaks of red. And you look closer. And you see that there is a large city in the distance. It seems to be made of iron, with an overhead gray sky. There's
Watch out.
There's an ambulance going by. Can everyone hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's kind
I'm
of
just
nice.
gonna
I
wait.
like it. Do you remember
Yeah,
that
I'm
one
gonna
time there
wait.
were all the horns because we
Yeah.
Yeah.
still don't know why? An
Yeah.
unsure sports event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
But
Okay,
Tyler was
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
about what it was. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah. So
Tyler's a
so
sports guy. If you couldn't
yeah,
tell.
I love sports. You know, that's my whole thing. They call me like the sportiest DM.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway,
Right,
so
right,
yeah.
right.
So there is an iron city, a gray overcast sky, and marching out of it in completely neat lines are battalions of creatures in
Battalions?
battalions of creatures in full plated armor.
But okay, battalions.
Yeah, battalions.
No, I heard what you said. I heard what you heard.
I heard you say Italians, and then I asked Italians, and you said, yeah, Italians.
Yeah.
In my head, that's what I heard.
Battalions.
Okay.
I heard battalion, so I was so confused.
Yeah.
Like, what else did we hear?
I was
Like,
just like,
Okay.
where is it?
it's like Italian.
Italians pouring out of the city.
This
It's
absolute
okay if
Pots
it's an
of
Italian
pasta
dinner,
everywhere.
right?
red wasteland full of Italians with a gray sky. And
God.
You just
dozens
hear
of people say,
mangiare
"Money!"
coming from
Okay.
God.
Battalions
shit.
of
Yeah.
battalions.
battalions
Got it.
of
Unknown
of-
origin.
Yeah, of humanoid figures in full plate armor marching in lockstep out into somewhere that you can't even see. But some of them have full face guards, some of them don't have helmets at all. You notice all of them have little horns coming out of their forehead.
I want to do something really stupid.
Oh.
Fuck yeah, alright.
Go for it.
So the last time I saw technology like this, I reluctantly held on to it and was granted that vision. I think now I'm in a place where I really, really want answers and a way to help what's going on, that without even thinking about it, I touch the orrery.
And because I'm watching Hex out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, Hex, no! And then that's about probably.
And
as
I
much as
think
he
what
hears.
you see, Leah, is that I'm like transfixed with it, and you see a purple face flash, a purple ghost exit me and go to opposite, and both of us at the same time touch the orrery together, just to see what's gonna happen.
I am very excited for what this is. For now, we're going to cut away.
Oh no.
No.
As
My favorite
I'm gonna
show.
say, as we see Leah reach out and go, Hex, no! This would be like cut to commercial, but this would be the time for that. But for now, we go back to the Church of the Living,
Which is not a commercial. It's its own very.
which is not a
tiny
commercial.
show.
No. We would cut to commercial, and then when we
Equally
came
good.
back, we would come back to this.
Okay.
We would come back to Church of the Living. Yeah. No,
But we can
there
add a
are-
commercial
There is
in
no
there if you
filler
want.
here. There are no
What-
filler
Who
episodes.
Who wants
And
to
like the goofy,
advertise?
and the
Church of
goofy
the
like
Living.
sitcom music that like comes back in after you come from commercial too.
That's really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
That's really funny.
Y'all are
Anyways,
silly.
wasn't that a great commercial? Now back to the other part of the show.
Exactly. So we come back to the Church of the Living, where we see Lilith sitting in her leader position. The Claire, that's her name. Claire closes the door behind you, or she takes a look out into the hallway, makes sure nobody's there, closes the door, looks at Lilith and nods. Lilith's appearance changes
Yes.
to her regular form.
Oh, great.
And she says, "So, you've had your time to rest?" Oh, that dust catching up with you, Mavis.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
And we didn't even get to wear your cool robes or anything.
Yeah. How many
Aye.
people are a part of your congregation? I guess.
Last time I checked, my flock was about 100 people. More or less. Unfortunately, people turn. My people turn and they lose themselves. So as far as those who have kept their minds, I'd say about 100 people.
So you wouldn't count the people that turned as people within your flock, you'd say? Because it kind of seems like you still have them around, though.
I do. And she stands up. And you notice that as she walks towards you, her face seems to relax a bit, skeletal though it is. And she slowly just puts a hand on your shoulder of just a warm, familiar gesture. And she says, I've learned to control my abilities, I've learned that I can exert control over those that have turned. Or at least I can It's tough to describe. I can direct them to wherever I want, and I can suppress their life sense. It's how they can find you wherever you are. You with your souls intact.
Oh my god. Crap, how do I tell you all this without being like, that's just like the soldiers. So that's how they used it? That's how they used it in our pre-elliptic thing?
Post-munition.
Yeah, our post-munition.
Say it out loud. Say it out loud, Mavis. Say it out loud.
Can I just say can I look at you and just say post-munition?
I'm gonna like wide eyes. Post-munition.
Post-munition.
Mavis, you're a genius.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
But then why wouldn't they want that power? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay.
Question. Can I, just wondering, just out of curiosity, could I like whip out from my pocket, like, you know those little like pocket notebooks that like flip like journalists have?
Yeah, like a little notepad.
Yeah, a little notepad and a pen.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like pull my hair back out of my face.
Like Steve from Blue's Clues.
Exactly like Steve from Blue's Clues. That wasn't my inspiration, but it is now.
Great.
And I would like to say, hi, Lilith. Just so, who else do you know that has this power?
So you notice, firstly, Belle, that when you start, as soon as you start talking and her attention draws to you, there's a flash of rage just for a second, and the random magical effects around her, they begin to spin angrily just for a second, and
So
she
real.
visibly calms herself.
She's an icon.
She
She is the legend.
Honestly.
She is the moment.
Because imagine so much rage and you're like, nope, I gotta. Iconic. Iconic. I gotta relax.
That's fair of her.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, so you asked who else has this power?
Mm-hmm.
She says, it's just me. Last I looked.
How did you learn to control the afflicted and harness this? Nobody taught you?
I had to teach myself. But I wish that I could have done it when my parents turned.
Me too. Can I, like, do I get the vibe that she is being sneaky with information at all? Does it seem like she's telling the truth?
Why don't you roll me an insight?
You know what? Why don't I? Oh yeah, why don't I? 10?
So with a 10, her emotions are still quite erratic.
Huge.
And it's very difficult to determine what she's feeling. It seems as though she might even have some difficulty figuring out what she's feeling. You notice that her eyes are flicking everywhere. All the time, even when she was with Mavis, though it was less, but her eyes are flicking to the door, to Claire, to you, to Mavis, to the ceiling, to the ground, to the window, to the wall. It's everywhere. And so you end up getting this feeling of erratic vibes from her.
Erratic vibes, yeah, that's what
Erratic
I
vibes, yeah.
The vibes are erratic.
The vibes are erratic from her, for sure.
I would like to, like, put down my notepad, actually, my notebook, and put it back in my pocket, and just kind of, like, I want to, like, stand really still, and also, I'm a big fan of body language. I want to, like, open myself up. I want to put my hands down to my sides, and just, like, look right at Lilith and say, what's going on right now? I can tell that you're stressed, and I know that you don't trust me, and I don't expect you to trust me at this moment, but we're in your space. We have no weapons. We're here to talk with you. What can we do to make you more comfortable?
Her eyes seem to focus, and she says, "What can you do?" Well, there's a lot that needs to be done. Belle, we need to figure out how to help my people. And of course there's the elephant in the room. She doesn't know what an elephant is.
Nor do I.
Yeah. She says, of course there's the ankeg in the room. What to do with your father. And I'll tell you right now, I haven't changed my stance on that. So you need to make peace with that. And she looks at Mavis and she says, awfully quiet for such a good player. What are you gonna do?
Sorry, I had flashbacks to the Trader game. I was like, huh?
That's funny.
You're still in it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Lilith. I'm taking everything in. I'm still really happy to see you. I don't want anything bad to happen to Belle or William. And Belle's dad is Belle's dad, so he means a lot to her. And I feel really, I don't know, like guilty maybe, because you've been here by yourself this whole time, and I didn't know you were here. I thought you were like gone. Like I thought you like left the city maybe, but not so close but so far.
We should have left. We should have taken you with us and just left. And I'm sorry that I couldn't reach out to you. By the time that I was able to amass all these people and get the plan ready, I didn't even know where you were. And that's my fault. Because through the haze of rage and vengeance, I thought about you every day, Mavis. And I miss you.
Well,
I'm not gonna lose you again.
I'm here and you're here, so we're together. And we're gonna figure all this out together in a solution that will not bring harm to Belle or William or Belle's dad, because that's the stance that I think Belle has right now. And I want you to also feel better, Lilith. None of this was fair to you. Is there possible that there's a solution that doesn't require killing Belle's dad? Like, would jail suffice?
If you can bring back my ma and my dad.
Fair point.
I'm
Okay.
gonna pull my notebook out and write that down.
Bring back mom and
Jail?
dad.
Okay, if.
So she says, what's the first step, Belle? What do you think? Because right now, I'm thinking, as soon as your father gets back, there are words. But, from what I understand, from what the low sheriff told me, and from what I know about your family, I should take me church, go into these catacombs, and put a big old wrench in this operation. And it seems to me like your father, he loves his wallet more than his son.
I don't think that those are two things that anyone could compare. But I think bigger than that, I think what we should be focusing on isn't my father. I want to reiterate, I recognize your frustrations, and I'm gonna look around as if my father would be listening in, even though that's not possible.
Okay.
I have also felt a frustration or two with my father. But I think that one person's individual need for vengeance, no matter how painful what you're going through is, and I know that it is, I know, it can't be more important than the good of all of the people of this city. And I think we need to prioritize the good of all of the people in this city. You talked about a potential way to help everyone who is afflicted, and I think that that is so much, that's our priority. We should talk about that. My father is doing his thing with the Ankeg, right?
Yes.
With the Ankeg, which I actually think works to our advantage because he's distracted, and I think that we take advantage of that right now, and we figure out what we need to do to help the afflicted while my father is otherwise engaged and we don't have to work with him. I think the most important thing is for us to do what is best for this city, what is best for me and you and Mavis and our friends and all of your flock. Those are the people that we care about. And when all is said and done, the city will be stronger and better, and we will all be in a better position to discuss how to move forward with my father.
I would tear down the walls of Wukronlo.
Okay,
That's
but
what
what
I
does
want.
that do exactly? Other than get the afflicted access to everyone of the city, which will cause panic. It will cause panic. You can't fight that.
My people are in slums. You've seen the state of this place.
I agree.
We don't need to eat. We don't need to sleep.
But, the thing that you have to consider is I walked here with you and your flock. I saw the way that everyone looked at this group. It was fear. It was terror. And I recognize that a lot of that is unwarranted and unfair and based on a misunderstanding. But that won't be changed if we just open up the gates and say, here you go, everyone. There are other people in this city who are terrified of the afflicted. And again, I think that is at least in part based on a misunderstanding and a misconception and a problem that I want to solve. But we can't just open the gates and let it be a free-for-all. People will die. Even if it's not because of the afflicted, even if it's not because of your flock, people will die because of panic. That cannot be the solution that we have.
So she looks at Mavis, and she
While
says,
she does that, I'm gonna wipe sweat from the side of my face really casually. And take a deep breath.
So she looks at Mavis and she says, well, then it seems like if we can't come to an understanding, what are the solution? It'll be war. From here, we will cut to...
Stop doing that!
So, from here, we cut
great.
to Let's do this. So, we hear the echo, Hex, no!
Oh, that was Leah, right? Leah who
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
that?
You hear the... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, before the echo, as the echo comes out and goes on to the other side, I want to make eye contact with it. And just like a look of like, we're doing this together kind of thing. Before. I don't know why it's important to me that I add that detail, but I think that's absolutely what happens. Like there is this, like,
yeah,
connection, and then same time.
Hell yeah. So you see this echo, you make the connection,
Yeah.
and you feel as though it can see you.
Yeah.
And the two of you, with an effort, touch the orb. And we hear the echoing voice of Leah shouting, Hex, no. The room begins to spin as the echo, the light from the echo envelops the orb. It envelops you. Leah, your green side activates on its own. And the two of you find yourselves in a room of just the lights are spinning all around you.
Cool.
As you, Leah, where are you going up to Hex? What are you doing?
I was reaching for him to like stop him,
Right,
like stop
yes.
his arm. So if I missed or something, I would like maybe get his shoulder or something like that.
Yeah.
That
So the two of you are in this room of spinning lights. You see overhead a dark, overcast sky. Up ahead of you, as the orrery seems to be traveling with you.
Cool.
You're moving at the speed of a soaring bird dropping for a kill. Through this landscape, cracks in the ground, fissures opening up and releasing this sulfurous gas. You can smell the poison in the air as you go through these battalions, as though you have no corporeal form. These battalions of devils that are marching out of the gate. You find yourselves in another room, through buildings. There is what looks like a large hall. A roaring fire at the end of the hall, and something looming above it all.
Whoa.
And the fire seems to come to life.
Whoa.
As you see this, there is a large creature.
Okay.
That seems to be looking over.
Are we physically there? What's my sense of like whether or not this thing can see, hear, touch me?
So you notice that there is a
Can we get a corporeal check?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and
What's that?
give me a corporeal
what would it
check.
be?
So I'd like you to roll me.
I think
I'll
corporeal
take,
just means like if you have like a physical.
corporeal's like,
form.
or like, are you solid?
I rolled
Yeah.
a 17 on the
Yeah.
die. What do you want me to add to that?
So I'm gonna
Perception?
have you
Million.
roll some kind of knowledge. You can roll. Well, I mean, so you can. Let's do perception.
Okay, so that's
yeah.
a dirty 20 then.
Beautiful. So you notice that where you and Leah and the orrery are actually making impressions in the carpet on the floor.
Oh,
you notice there's a long red carpet on the floor. And your echo has vanished at this point. And you and Lia are standing there. There's the sound of crackling fire.
Holy shit.
Up at the end of the hallway.
So cool. So what I'm getting from that is on that dirty 20, I understand that we are here.
I will also say that you hear a sound behind you.
Okay. I sidestep. I'm not turning my back on the three-eyed devil demon. That seems to be 20 feet. I mean, it's massive. So I'm just gonna like, you know how like on stage you go profile like, so I can see both behind me and in front of me. So I'm just gonna do a little step to see both, to see what is making the sound behind me.
So
without turning my back to the.
So yeah, you see behind you, there is a thud as Hertz is on the ground. Seems to have fallen, supporting himself with his cane, but he looks around and he says, "What in the name of all the old gods and the new, where are we?"
Can we tell if he's also like us too, where if he's like just making like in its own, or is he like the same type of like with us as, or is he more so there or not? I don't know.
So it seems like he's making an impression on the carpet too.
Yeah.
He looks terrified.
Oh, this is crazy. I'm gonna shoot Lia a look that essentially just is at once like, I'm one, my bad. Two, like maybe stay with Hertz, and then 3 is like, trust me, like let's just see where this goes. I'm gonna step, seeing that it's Hertz that made that thud. Is there any response to what he said by the demon, by the devil?
So that large devil, it is looking at the 3 of you, and it begins to say something in a guttural, flowing tongue.
Is it infernal?
It is.
I speak infernal.
Fuck, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You speak infernal. So this creature, it looks at the 3 of you, and it says, "New honored guests, what brings you to the heart of the city of Dis?"
Dis. That's not a joke, right? Okay. How do you spell that?
It's not a diss, is it?
Dis. Sorry. Okay.
It's just D-I-S.
D-I-S. Okay.
What's more is the orrery that you had your hands on has cracked.
Oh, fuck.
And it is now completely opaque.
Okay. All of this is going to be infernal.
Yes.
He said, "New honored guest, what brings you here?"
To the city of Dis. To the heart of the city of Dis.
I'm gonna step forward and say, honored host, this one in all infernal, this one is called Hex. These are my companions. We know not by what magic brings us here.
So
and then after that, yeah. I'll say, but we are seeking guidance, perhaps, and answers if you have any.
The large devil.
I give a bow. I think I give a bow. Nice. I want to show as much respect as possible. And speaking
Lia,
tongue.
Lia, you see Hex bow to this creature. And the 2 of them are just like saying guttural, like to each other.
Quite literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lia is still like, she's taking care of Hertz, but she is still like so like She's a little pissed. She's like,
I didn't know it would suck all you guys in with me. Oh god.
She's a little pissed.
She's like, Harrods, are you okay? You
Harrods,
good?
he says, "No, I am not okay. Look at where we are."
I know. I'm gonna give him a real talking to when we're done with this. And
He will
she's
feel
just
the
like,
end
she's
of
like,
my cane.
she's just like looking at him like trying to decipher, like see if there's like any like linguistic things that she can come up with. She doesn't speak anything other than she speaks Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Goblin. So she's just like trying to figure out like if there's anything in common with those and trying to piece together what they're saying.
So as this is happening, Hertz actually, he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he says, "I believe that I may be of some assistance here." And
Hertz speaks Infernal?
his hand glows as he pulls up. You see that from the top of his cane. So I haven't described his cane before. It's one solid piece of oak or some kind of wood. You'd recognize it as oak, Leah. But there are metal runes that have seem to be either
Kinda
carved
like my
or nailed in.
Like my bow.
Yeah, exactly like your bow. It is exactly the same make as your bow. And at the top, it looks like there's some kind of big handle, almost like a big T, and there are two little scale designs at the end. But he opens the top of his cane, and you notice that there are little pages. And he flips through a few of them, he begins chanting something, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. And as he does, he finishes chanting, he snaps the cane closed, and his hand glows. And from where you heard, you now hear...
Oh my god.
You now hear in common.
Oh. Thank you, Hertz. I didn't know you could do that.
Hertz, he says, "All who are in the employ of a mage should have at least a rudimentary grasp of magic." This is just kind of as Hex is bowing and saying all this, and he says, "When I was first hired to be of assistance by Waits' father, I was a bit of a scoundrel, but I have learned some magic since." And at this, you hear the Hex says, some guidance, if possible. And the devil's third eye, it looms and it looks greedily at the three of you. Mm-hmm. And it says, "Guidance. Perhaps a deal can be made."
An admirable thought, and one that I will consider. But I wonder if you may share first, where are we? And what domain is this? And if possible, I have shared my name, my gracious host and lord. And what is yours?
So, this large devil, it says, "My name. We are not given names. Not those of us here." So this creature, he seems to... You notice, actually, let's... Lia and Hex, I'd like you both to roll a knowledge of, I'd say, religion? Probably makes the most sense.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Did you say that he was a devil or a demon?
So he's a devil.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll say that what you know of devils versus demons. Devils look a lot more like people. They have humanoid features, typically. 2 arms, 2 legs, a tail, horns. They might have a third eye, they might have something. But demons have forms that defy logic. Demons are the multiple mouths, the eldritch creatures, the creatures that make you nauseous just looking at them.
So those
are
demons.
demons. These are devils.
These are devils. Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a
can't
5.
find it. I can't find it.
I rolled a 5
Where
on
am I?
religion.
Oh, religion?
Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be under your skills.
Hell yeah!
I'm an elf. I got
Hell
plus
yeah.
4 on on that roll.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So you notice. So Lia, you know that this guy, this devil seems to be more like the doorman, like a greeter almost.
Oh!
And this guy seems like, you know, that a devil of this size would not function as like even middle management. This is kind of like the guard, like just a guard.
Okay.
Is there any way that you can share that with me?
I don't have message. Can I? I don't have it. Can I do something
Of course.
separate from that? Can I try? I put my hand on the ground. I want to try and see, because my green sight lit up. I want to try and see if I can use it here.
Oh, fuck. All right, so you activate your green sight, and from here we will cut back to Corpsetown.
Oh,
Tyler's having so much fun tonight.
This is sick. This is sick.
Fine.
So we cut back to
God,
Corpsetown, where we see Lilith say, "And it'll be war between us."
that is so far away to think about, though. We have so many other things to talk about in the meantime, such as I am very proud of you for making such a thoughtful community. It seems like everyone here kind of takes care of each other. I saw people as we were walking back here, looking like they were fixing clothes and, collecting toys and things like that for people.
We do take care of each other. That's important. No one else will. We've been forgotten.
Yeah.
But
And I feel like you've introduced us to, well, we know Claire now. We know Claire. She seems nice. Do you have other people that know who you actually are?
well, I did, but they've all turned. Claire is the last one that knows my secret. She's been with me for several years.
Well, who was the person that was in the shadowed room before this one?
Well, that was the last person that knew my secret. He was a dear friend. And when he turned, I couldn't bring myself to push him through the gate. He was a good man. But
What was his name? Oh, sorry. What was his name?
so Lilith actually sits down. She sits back in her throne. She kind of walks around. She turns away from you. She sits down on her throne, and you notice the magic around her. It's beginning to. It looks almost like rain falling, sparking harmlessly when it hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Claire actually walks up, and she says in a very low voice. She says, his name was Gus. He used to be a smith. And when he tried to get his fortune going down into the caves, he was killed by an Ankeg. His whole adventuring party, his whole Delver party was killed. They all appeared here around the same time. And Gus, he tried to... well, he did. He made a nice rudimentary smithy for all of us. It's where I got these. And she holds up her brass knuckles.
They're really cool.
She says, thank you. But, and like everyone, like I will someday, he turned.
Mm-hmm.
He had orc in his blood. A big, big guy. Very good with hammer and tongs, and he made a lot of the weapons that we have now. So Lilith, she seems to shake herself out of it, and she says, my plan, unless you have a better option, is to take my church and go into them caves.
Can I cast... Well, I can't cast message, but can I still message you back? Because we have an open chat, right? So it's just open chat back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have an open chat. I'm messaging you every
Okay.
second.
So can I message... I want to message Belle and say, I think we should tell her about the post-permission... What the hell is it called? Post-monition. The post-monition. To try to convince her that going after your dad is still not fixing the main problem, like you were saying, because it sounds like we need to find how this magic started in the first place.
Yeah.
Because none of them would have been in that issue, and then we can actually end it. Are you okay with us sharing that with her?
I want to message... I think we should pitch our alternative plan is to, all information on the table, find out what is causing afflicted, and undo it. Because I think we have enough information from the post-monition and really everything to assume that something, probably in my family's history, started this, which means it can be undone. I think we pitch that, and I think I'm totally on board with sharing all of our information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to share the information, or shall I? Because it might bring y'all closer together if you share.
I'll share our pitch, and then we'll share information together.
Okay, great.
Cool. So then I'm gonna, I don't know, I guess like step a little closer from wherever I was and say, because, is the last thing Lilith said, like, my plan is to go into the caves, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you have a better one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, I think we have a better plan. We have reason to believe that an event in the history of this city involving my family is the cause for the afflicted. We've had a weird group revelation. We've been calling it a post-monition because it was sort of like a premonition, but from the past. Anyways, we have reason to believe that something in the past started the afflicted, and I think that means that we can undo it. And I think you have information that will help us. I think we have to do this together. I think all cards on the table, we as a team can undo what's happening right now. And again, everything with my father, that can come later. Let's fix this first.
You can find out how the affliction started?
I don't think we can do it without you, but I think we can do that, yes. I think we can do that.
Do you want to tell her about the postmonition now?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you tell her everything that you know. Everything that you know.
And we
Yeah,
know
I think
it
the
was
two pieces
just
of
checking.
information.
Can we check with what we know to make sure that I know that what we know?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I think the two pieces of relevant information that I think we should share and that we know are the postmonition, which has to do with the demon devils. Now I don't remember which one's which.
So devils.
Devils.
Well,
You told
so
us-
okay. Well, so
you told
so
us that it
here's
was a demon. If I'm
the demon.
demons that were there, but
Yes,
a
they were
devil
attacking.
made a pact with Belle's family.
Right. And
Right.
that I think was information that was in the book.
Yes.
The devil pact.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
those are the two pieces of information that I think we should share. And Tyler, you feel free to flesh
Ooh,
those out
which
however you
also-
want.
But also, we can even make it fancy because in one of the flashbacks, remember I was having, we were all having dinner, like me and Lilith's parents and stuff. And then the dad was talking about something, and I was like, "Am I evil?" And he was like, "No, you're not evil," because we were talking about devils, and that's where I made the note. And he was like, for some reason I wrote demons came from evil soup, but he made the distinction that demons are chaotic evil, and devils are lawful evil, and I am not evil because I am still a person.
Huge.
Yeah,
So-
nice.
Yeah.
Good note taking, Mavis. That was really good. That was real nice. Hell yeah. So you speak about how the army, there was a horde of demons approaching, and how there were lines and lines of afflicted in armor riding out to meet them, and how there was an afflicted at the head of the line saying that we're doing this to defend our people. You also talk about, you're telling her everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you also tell her about how the deal was made with Cass Crunlow, how all the details about that, and Lilith. Are you also telling her about what the other entries were, or this is just about the affliction?
Other entries
think-
for what?
There's
Like
other
how-
information in the book, like with my brother and with the
I thought
family.
you showed her that already when we sat down at the
That's true.
table.
We did.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
think
That's
we did
true.
have
Yeah.
the book
Yes,
out.
okay.
I-
At least,
it
So
was
she
just
knows-
remember at least though that
Yeah.
you understand the family.
that
tree.
we're
Yeah.
like how.
So I
we're
think
related.
she already knows that maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
and she knows about the practices of the Crunlow mages in relation to the chaos magic.
Oh,
she
yes.
knows about that as well.
Yes, because
Okay.
I think we did have the conversation when we were figuring out how we're all connected and
Right.
related.
Right.
That explained. Yeah.
Awesome.
That
Great.
part.
Okay.
Yeah, I think basically
So-
she knows everything now. Yippee! Well,
Yeah,
Yippee, I
so-
hope she's not gonna.
So
Yippee, she's gonna be on our side now, right? Right.
So she listens to you very patiently, and when you're done telling her about all of this, her mouth is just agape, and she says, "Well, now we have to go into fucking caves."
Why?
So she says, so you were, one of the things that you told her was, I want to say, Hex's conclusion that whatever is powering this thing must be
Ooh.
under affliction. Between that and Aerolith being interested in what was keeping up the magic, the large power source, the corruption with the vegetables and the vegetation in the grove, Lilith, she says, surely that whatever this elf is trying to find, whatever your father is trying to find, is in the same location as whatever's powering the affliction.
I can see that.
I think that's a good point, actually. So, I am on board, but I just don't want... I want to make something so clear. I think that you have a legitimate beef with my dad, and I'm not going to stop you from hashing that out with him. I just think
Well, that's
it
good.
shouldn't be... What?
I said, well, that's good.
That's between you two, and I think there's a conversation that needs to happen, but I don't think that should overshadow helping everyone in this city. That's what I care about most. I know that's what you care about most. Look at the community that you've built. Look at how you've tried to help them. Don't let personal vengeance overshadow this. And let's go down there. I am on board, but let's please not go down there with a giant army intending to just kill my father, because too many people will die who don't need to.
You're right. So how's about...
I'm gonna do that. Like, you know the anime girl, like, woo, but my bottom foot is up.
Yeah, and you like
Yeah.
pause in the air for a second, and
yeah,
then like...
there's sparkles around me.
Yeah, there's... It's like, Crunlo. So you, you land on the ground again, and Lilith says, how's about I go down there with Claire and a few of my flock, ones that I trust. I leave the rest up with some other of my clergy that will keep everyone under control. And we'll go down there together.
Together.
And we cut from here to...
I don't wanna.
Oh, you know what? No, you're right. Sorry, we're done. That's it.
No, it's okay.
The whole rest of the episode is just ads.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah.
That was meant for inside thoughts.
Funny.
Okay.
Is he smoking a giant?
He's smoking a
I
giant
saw
cigar.
that earlier.
Yeah.
And I was going to
That's
say,
so
who
cool.
is rolling a
And
cigar?
then there's a guy. Is the guy at the podium below, like, there?
I'm glad you asked.
Or is that...
So
Yeah.
there is a guy at the podium that has been silent
shit.
this whole
Okay.
time.
My bad.
I
I didn't know that. I didn't actually see that there was a... Oh, there is a guy at the podium. Okay.
Totally good.
Let me
So,
zoom
He's
in.
kind of easy to miss when you know.
yeah.
When you're looking at that big thing.
Yeah. So there is a guy at the podium, and the you see that this devil, he raises a hand, and the large devil bends down, and they begin. You notice that they're casting message to each other, and they are just.
When is this happening? Is this happening before or after my green site? Can I see this then?
Thank you for reminding me. So you open your green site, and you see where normally it is green and a beautiful. So normally, what happens in your green site is there's void, and then big streams of green energy. You notice that when you open your eyes and you, with your green sight, there is no void. This time, it looks like you look down. There are large streams of red with little white orbs of light flowing through as though it were a high-speed highway. They all seem to be going in different directions as far as the horizontal goes, but most of them are heading down, further away from you as you look at the ground. And you notice that you can actually see that there are about 7 other floors beneath you, where all of these orbs of light are flowing down at the speed of a very, very fast car. Some of these orbs of light are heading away from you in the distance. Most of them are heading down. And I'm actually going to ask you to roll me a wisdom save, Leah. Sorry, Constitution save.
Okay, I'm finishing up taping. Okay, Constitution?
Yes.
I can't see it.
So that was a
Wow.
13. You manage to keep yourself from throwing up, but you have to close your green sight because you end up... I'm going to say you lose your balance, and Hertz actually... This time, Hertz, leaning on his cane, seems to put his entire weight behind you to support you standing. And he says, "Are you all right, Lady Thalion?"
And it's kind of gross, but this is the only thing I can imagine. She's still kind of dry heaving.
Yeah.
So she can't really answer him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be quite honest, and I'm not gonna act that out because I hate that. But like, she's dry heaving.
Yeah. He
It's just she can't even answer him.
he starts rubbing slow circles on your back.
Yeah.
And it's just like little pats. He actually reaches into his robe and he pulls out a little bottle of water. And he unstoppers it and he gives it to you. He says, "Please take this. It will help."
Hey.
Of lukewarm water.
And she drinks it.
Amazing. So
Am I the only one that likes warm water?
I just remember when everyone else does. I was the only one who didn't like it and didn't drink it when we got it in our pack
Oh,
from
okay.
Harrods back in the day.
Yeah,
So that's why when he gave it to us, I was like
Great.
So this devil that was speaking in messaging steps out from the podium and takes a few steps forward. Hex, I'm gonna actually bring him to the forefront so you guys can
Can I
see
get an
what he looks
insight
like.
check on him as he moves forward?
Yeah, absolutely.
As I'm looking for his status in relationship to the big boy.
Yeah. So that's
that
like an
is-
insight?
Yeah, 12 on the die for a 12.
amazing. So this guy takes a step forward. You notice instantly as soon as he stops messaging, the big devil actually seems to go inert almost.
Okay.
And the eyes close and it just like goes back up into the ceiling.
Oh, cool. Okay.
This devil takes a couple of steps forward and he says, "Well, hello."
In common or infernal?
In common.
In common.
Yeah.
Great. Do I have a sense of what time it is in this place?
There is no way of knowing. There's a roof over your heads. The sky was overcast, gray. It was
All
very
right.
difficult. But he says, "You are currently you are in the city of Dis, in the plane, the sphere of Dis, the second circle of hell. And you, Hex, is it, have arrived
Yes.
here unceremoniously. And it would appear that your ride back is no longer functioning.
It seems your eyes are keen and your power of observation's keener. You are correct. And I thank you for letting me know where we are. The way in which we came here was not by a sense of intention, but we do have purpose. What may I call you?
So he lets out a dazzling, very charming smile, and he straightens his suit a little bit, and he says, "My name is Kestiel."
Kestiel.
Kestiel.
Hot Devil Man.
Kestiel.
How do you know he's hot?
I'm looking at him right now.
I mean, oh,
So he
I was tapped out. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay,
How do you know he's hot? I have my eyes open.
So Kestiel, he says, there are very few mortals that are able to reach this chamber by happenstance, no less. He seems to vanish in this puff of ash, and he reappears right in front of the orrery. And he inspects it. He runs his hand along some of the metal rings that have now fallen and are just precariously balancing themselves on this massive crystal orb. And he says, I know these symbols, and I know these runes. So he looks at the two of you, and his eyes seem to flash a bright red for just a moment as he takes a look at you, Hex, and he takes a look at you, Lia, and then he takes a look at Hertz. His eyes go back to normal, which is to say they are all black with red pupils.
Got it.
And he says, "None of you are Crunlos."
I start to smile. But I don't respond.
He says, "How is it that you managed to activate this stone?"
I don't know exactly, but by method, I touched it.
You touched it. Well, I suppose it is almost time anyway.
Time for?
Oh, just amusing. Just musings to myself.
You mentioned Crunlow.
Yes.
Would you happen to know Cass Crunlow?
Ah. How is he?
Dead.
Dead? Oh, yes. I suppose mortals don't live very long, do they? Except for you. You seem to have the... He smells... He says, "You have the stink of astral upon you." Very curious.
I hope your curiosity might lend itself to generosity, and we may have a conversation.
Interesting. So Kestiel, he snaps his fingers, and pillars of fire appear behind all of you for a brief second, and the fire seems to condense into the form of chairs. There is a table that, similarly, a pillar of fire in between all of you forms into a table with glasses of wine, plates full of food of all varieties. Hex, you even see some Gith cuisine on the table.
Sick.
Lia, you see that there is fresh vegetables, there are cracked nuts, like a nice spread, like some crudité, and Kestiel, he snaps his fingers, the chairs pull out, and he sits down. And he says, "Well, if you're aware of Cass Crunlow, then you surely are aware that nothing here is free. I'm more than willing to draft up a contract for information in exchange for, well... Do you need your souls? Would you be willing to sign them over to me? I'll give you all the information that you desire."
I'm not exactly sure what the going exchange rate for souls, but souls for information seems quite unfair.
Well, of course we can negotiate. Lia, you're in this conversation. Like, do you want to, like, you can say things if you want.
I know, but also at the same time,
And if you don't want to, that's also fine. I just wanted to give you the option because it looked like you had something to say.
I don't want to say it to him though.
Okay, that's totally fine. Totally fine.
So no, but like, I don't know. I feel like Leah is still like physically like not great enough. Like her throat is still like so sore. Like she's not doing great. But she was able to get up. She's walked over to where Hex and he's at, kind of help Hertz as well in the meantime to come over.
Yeah.
One thing she does say though, she's like, "Will we be okay if we sit on these? Like, I'm not gonna burn my butt, am I?"
So so Castiel, he chuckles to himself and he says, "You have my word. I swear it upon my station that these chairs shall do you no harm, whether by action or inaction. I swear it."
How much do you care about your station? As she says, as she's trying to sit down. Like,
So Hertz has already taken his seat. He just looks exhausted from standing for this long.
And Leah hasn't noticed. She didn't.
Oh,
look
for
over.
sure, yeah. And so Castiel, he says, "Station is everything here."
Oh. How so?
My dear elf. Here,
I don't.
there are... Your station is your power. Your influence. At a certain station, devils will gain sentience. They will gain the ability to think for themselves, to decide for themselves, of course, within our parameters. And we'll be able to grow our ambitions. Now, I am more than happy to give you commensurate value for your souls.
What do I know about the state of the battle and like the rift? Are there still actively demons around the city that we're in? I'm blanking on the name.
Affliction?
Affliction, yeah.
Oh.
So you actually don't know much about the state of the rift. You know that Strife there's a big old barren wasteland.
Right, but it's not like an active battleground anymore, right? Like it was when the rift first opened.
So people don't really venture out into there. It doesn't seem like it's a massive active battleground anymore, but you know that... So you spent a lot of time in Dusk, which is the Drow city. You know that it's surrounded by a massive fissure.
Right.
They don't venture out there anyway.
Okay. What else do you deal in?
Everything.
You deal in
Here
everything,
in
not just
hell.
souls.
Well, I may accept, of course, upon my lord's request, or my lord's permission. I can accept anything. I can accept wealth. I can accept service.
And what did you accept from Cass Crunlow?
Now that is information that will not be given out for free.
Well, let me give you my hypothesis, and then perhaps it might be a little less expensive to perhaps just give me a nod or a shake. I've come a mighty far way. My hypothesis is that you have an almost endless amount or supply of souls coming from the city of Affliction that was granted to you by Cass Crunlow in order to defend him from the incoming demons when the rift opened. And then can I roll insight to see if I was on the money?
Sure, yeah, it's a high DC. This guy is used to making... shit
And I
happen.
have 0 charm, baby. My charisma is ass. I am strong and a little smart, but not charismatic. Okay, here we go. That is... I keep rolling this. That's a 12 flat, baby.
Yeah,
Consistent, at least.
he is an implacable mask, this guy.
Can I... Oh, man. Would it suck to use an inspiration? Do we have
No.
4?
No,
Is
you
that
can go
okay?
for it.
Can I
We
try
have
to
2.
re-roll?
I thought we had 3
We
because
have
we
3.
got
We
one.
just got an extra one.
You just
we
got
got
an
one.
extra
When did
one.
we get one?
When,
I missed it.
When we had a heart to heart.
We had a heart
Yeah.
to heart.
I
Yeah.
missed
Belle
it.
got
I
a
missed
tear.
it.
Heart to heart, yeah.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Okay,
I'm
I
sorry.
might.
we have
I don't know if this is important enough. I just know that he didn't let anything slip when I said that.
I think
Yes.
it's important.
I think it's important enough. I would say
You
I think it-
okay?
it's
I think it's
really
worth
like-
one for sure.
All right,
it's
all right,
worth
all right.
one, yeah.
Okay,
It's
okay,
worth
okay.
one. It's worth one.
Yeah, that's worse. That's
Okay.
worse.
Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
That's all right.
So
That's all
his,
right.
Yeah. So
okay,
his
no
face
worries.
is an implacable
You tried.
mask. He seems to be very interested in what you have to say.
So it's not been a very long time that I've been in the city of Affliction, but I have been in the area for quite a long time. And I look him straight in his eyes. And it seems to me that what I've found recently points to this kind of deal being made. And it's caused an awful lot of ruckus.
And that is your hypothesis, human.
Currently. Devil.
So he opens his hand, and this contract begins to, this big scroll appears, and writing in Infernal begins to appear in it. And he says,
Can I make sense of it?
Yeah, it seems like it's a contract.
A contract?
Yeah.
Ugh, okay.
And
Might be a little too early for a contract.
the writing is very, very small. So small that you cannot read it at the current distance that you're at.
Shit.
And the writing burns itself onto the scroll. And the scroll then rolls itself up. And he grasps it in his hands. He says, I hold in my hands the exact contract that was signed by Cass Cronlow. I can read it to you.
Why do I feel like that there's a condition involved?
Nothing is free here. There shall be compensation. What are you willing to give for information?
Can I So here's what Hex is thinking. Hex, and I'm gonna roll my percentile dice to see if I flash. And I don't know what my flash chance is. My flash chance is 15. Okay. So, and I got a 26. So I keep my composure as it goes to like my flash.
Okay.
Hex is really making the calculations of like what he's willing to sacrifice in terms of this information. And it seems to him that you can sacrifice like time. He said time, service, wealth. What is the approximate wealth that I could estimate is in Cass Crunlow's vaults? Or is in Crunlow's vaults?
A fuck ton. Just so much.
Ton?
Like thousands and thousands and thousands of gold. Like tens of thousands of gold.
So he asked me what I guess I'll simply ask. I guess I'll look at him thinking of what I've seen in the vault and from where I came. And I'll look at him and say, and what value does gold have to a devil? Riches.
Well, it depends on the devil. There are the 9 lords of hell. One such values gold more than souls, even.
And is that the one you serve?
No. No, my master is far more cunning than Moloch. My master, Despater, lord of the 2nd layer of hell. I have been given the authority to treat with you, but it is beginning to sound like you're wasting my time, in which case you shall be expelled from this sanctum and into the wastes.
Do you know what lies in Crunlow's vault?
Well, I haven't been there for a very long time. When last I checked, there were some trinkets, artifacts, some wands, Things that mortals would covet, but things that pale in comparison to the wealth that exists in a single battalion of our armies.
One such trinket brought me to you. Surely there must be something of interest.
That trinket was a means of communication between myself and Cass.
Anything in Cronlo's vault that I could give to you, I'll procure it for you.
So he looks at you, he looks back at Lia, and he says, "Elf, you have been awfully quiet. What say you to this?"
Do I feel anything from my necklace?
Like, from Celia? So it's always a little warm.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was more so than normal or not, or
No.
less so in a sense.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I'm gonna be. Leah's gonna be honest. She's kind of just been like so dumbfounded that we're still even here. That she hasn't really been thinking about what she'd give him, or that she even wants to give him anything. Why honest with you? Yeah.
So as you're sitting there,
Yeah.
he says to the three of you, he says, "The last thing that you would like right now is to bore me."
My face flashes.
Nice. And as that happens, you see for the first time his expression looks surprised. And as that happens, we're gonna cut back to Corpsetown.
Oh my god.
So as you were having this conversation with Lilith, there is a pounding at the door. Lilith instantly turns back into the leader of the Church of the Living, and the door is kicked open. You see that there are a bunch of afflicted that begin to walk into the room. One of them, this big, bearded, looks like an adventurer. He storms in with what looks like a bunch of delvers that have died. And he walks in, he says, "I want to know what the fuck is going on here. I hear about this Church of the Living. What the fuck?" And he looks over at Belle, and he looks shocked. And he says, "What?" He fumbles through a salute.
I'll do it back.
And he says, Lady Crunlow, my sincerest apologies. I didn't realize." And he's like, "Wait, what the fuck? What do you do?" He's like, "What?" He like draws swords, and like a bunch of these afflicted begin to draw swords. You see some of them have the Crunlow insignia. They actually look like guards that have died recently. And they draw swords and begin to assume a formation. Mavis, Belle, what would you like to do?
What is Lilith doing?
So Lilith looks very calm, but Claire is standing between Lilith and the rest of them with her fists up.
Okay. Are they like approaching or trying to approach?
It looks like they're slowly trying to gain ground.
Are they looking at us or Lilith and Claire or both?
They're looking at all of you.
Okay, I would just like to say stop. Everyone, please put your weapons down. We can have a conversation.
This man, he says, "Have a conversation? We were just killed."
Wait, how long ago?
I don't know. Couple of hours, maybe? I don't know. Day? I don't know how long it's been. I just woke up, and there's fucking afflicted everywhere.
Yeah, that's no. And just to make sure I get everything straight, can you just identify who killed you?
He says, people in robes? Afflicted?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. And I wish that it hadn't happened. And I think that is the way that everyone here feels. I'm gonna look at Lilith. But please know we have a plan, and I really need to be alive for it. And I also need everyone else in this room to be alive for it. Or alive-ish.
He takes a menacing step forward, and he says, I am never going to be able to hug my little girl again.
What if I told you that might not be true?
Would you like to roll me a persuasion, Mavis? If you would like to help, you can...
I would like to help because we don't know how this spell works.
I don't know how anything works.
Okay. Yeah, so Mavis and Belle, I'd love for the two of you to roll persuasion checks, please.
Okay. I can read.
Hell
Where's
yeah.
Persuasion?
22.
22, amazing. 22, 21, amazing.
We're optimistic.
Hey, we are really serious, actually.
I really think that this is going to help.
Yeah, so
very
so the
possible.
two of you, so he takes a step back, he says, you mean...
Oh, I hit perception. Y'all, I can't read.
That's okay. Your bonus is... You rolled a 19. Your persuasion is probably
Gotta be
higher than your
similar.
perception. Yeah, your persuasion
literally
is
cannot
plus
read.
4. No, you're good.
Is
You're
it?
good.
Are you sure? I
So
want
even
to click
better
it
than
anyways.
that.
I haven't got to click anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Here,
if
if
you
I
want to
can
roll
read-
it,
oh, there it
then
is.
go for it.
Okay, well, the first one counts.
That's,
Yeah,
the first one.
ignore that one. Never
Yeah.
mind.
It would
Mr.
be a
Me.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we're
just
looking
clicked
at
that
yours.
for
It
the
doesn't even
math
matter.
to see the
Amazing.
parentheses, which is 4. That was the only
Amazing.
reason that you clicked that.
Incredible. So he actually sheathes his sword, and he
Good.
looks back at the rest of the former guards of House Crunlow, and he says, "Do you really think you could do something about this?"
That's our goal. There's a lot that we don't know yet, but my entire goal is to fix whatever is going on that is causing the affliction. I don't know what that looks like, but I do think it looks like none of you trapped in this situation.
So, a couple of people in the back of that phalanx, they don't look like guards. They look like delvers. One of them steps up. He says, Lady Crunlow,
Yes, what's your name?
my name is Jeb.
Yes, Jeb.
Yeah. Jeb, for anyone who cares.
I'm just putting it in my little notebook. Thank you, Jeb.
That's great. Lady Crunlow, I was down there in the caves. It's crazy down there, Lady Crunlow. It's terrible.
What's going on?
Well, they're fighting. They found the big Ankeg nest, and they found where everything is. There's a big Ankeg down there. Bigger than a house, bigger than almost as big as
Bigger
Crunlow
than
Keep,
my
I'd
house?
say. Bigger than your house, even. I've never seen your house. I assume it's very big. But
It's big.
it's a big old Ankeg. It's got many legs. Big old mouth.
Did the
And it's got
Ankh kill you?
A big, gross thing attached to its end. And it's sitting on a big thing of mushrooms, I think. Glowing stuff, like nothing I've ever seen. And the Ankeg, we tried to go down. We've been fighting our way up to them. Some of us are down there fighting off the Ankeg. I was one of them. Jumped in the way. I hope I saved one of my compatriots. Jumped in the way of a stinger, went right through my stomach.
Oh, goodness.
he pulls up his shirt. There's obviously nothing there, but he he says it was awful, worst pain I've ever felt, and I didn't feel nothing. And he puts his shirt back down. He says, and then I woke up here. It's looking bad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understood from, yes.
Did you see where... Oh, I was about to call him Daddy Crunlow. What is your dad's name?
Wait.
Got his name.
You can say Daddy Crunlow if you want.
Okay, did you see if like where Daddy Crunlow was when all this like was happening? When you found the Mama Ankeg?
So he says, Baron Crunlow, he's way back in the front, back in the entrance of the caves, back in that big chamber that those delvers discovered. But he's back there. I was fighting. There was an elf that was down there with us. She was casting spells. She had a look about her.
Wait, what was the chamber that the delvers discovered? Is that just like the holes, like the?
So yeah, it was essentially just the hole that connected the entrance to the hive caves, and then the tunnel that connected to where you all had
where we were
ended up.
Got it. I thought I got it.
And he says, "There's we need more manpower."
All right. Can
I
turn
think
to?
that's where we have to go, right?
Yeah.
That's where we're headed.
Can I turn to Lilith?
Yeah, absolutely.
And ask, and they see Lilith as Lilith, don't they?
Well, I'm gonna say as the door cracked open, she like assumed her disguise.
Okay. So. Leader. What do they call Lilith when she's like in her disguise?
They call her the leader.
Okay, so leader.
Yeah.
Leader, is it okay if that's where we go? Like where Aerolith is? Like where the main Ankeg is and all the weird glowing mushrooms?
It would seem that is the only place we can go.
And will your people here help all of these people get settled in the meantime?
Of course. Well, I would very much like to take this phalanx of soldiers with us. If indeed it is manpower that they need, perhaps we can leverage this.
I think if we go in with the goal to at least help fewer people die to the Ankeg while we're going down there for answers, I have to agree. I think we're going to need more people. But I also think that we should not... She's like, I'm here!
Cat
I'll go!
appears and claws onto Mavis. Roll for initiative here.
Just jumped up behind you and then just went.
Fell.
That's hilarious. Oh no, poor baby.
I made a mistake.
Poor baby.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
So,
I want to
yeah.
say, I think no one should be forced to go. I don't think that we can guarantee the safety of anyone who comes with us, and I don't think anyone should be forced to go. Anyone who volunteers to go down, knowing the danger and knowing what death means to those of you who are already afflicted. I don't take that risk lightly, and I think only volunteers should go with us.
I guess we look back at the crowd.
So, the head, Jeb.
Anybody want to go with us?
Yeah. So Jeb, he looks at Mavis, and he looks at Belle, and he unsheathes his sword and begins like pounding his chest plate with it until more of them begin to take their blades out, begin pounding their chest plates until it's all in unison. And they all Jeb says, Let's go into them caves.
Yes, Jeb. Let's go into them caves.
Going to Gem Cave.
Here we have our plan.
Tears in
Nice.
my eyes.
So from there, let's take a little bio break.
Oh
From
my
there.
goodness!
Oh,
Good, you were gonna cut it off.
No. We have one or two more things that I want to go over, but yeah, let's take a little 10-minute bio break. How does that sound?
Yes.
Bio break
Excellent.
and scream break. I'm ready.
And scream
Let's
break,
go.
yeah. Go ahead and scream.
Scream
Don't
break?
mute
Why are
yourselves
we
though. I want to
screaming?
hear that scream. All right.
Okay.
Oh, you
All
say
right.
scream or screen?
this is
Scream.
all
Like I
fun.
want to
Oh my
scream
gosh.
because of what's
I touched
happening.
an orb and now I'm talking with the devil. This is amazing.
Awesome.
Great.
Nice. We cut back to hell. Kestiel is sitting in his chair. He is holding a glass of this dark, viscous, purple fluid, and he is just sipping it occasionally. And he's drumming his fingers on his desk, on
My
his table.
face just flashed.
Yeah.
That was lust.
And your face flashed, and he looks surprised. And he said his eyes flash red again, a bright red, as though he's looking at you with a different set of eyes. And when they come to, he says, "It is not often that you see a mortal," and the wine glass vanishes, "that has access to chronomancy. I wasn't aware that this school of magic had been discovered yet on your world."
Here's what I'll offer. To read the contract, I will have you name anything in Conlo's vault, and it will be delivered to you. After I read the contract, depending on what it says, I may offer you more.
He opens his hand, and another scroll appears, and this writing begins furiously appearing on the scroll. And beneath it is a line, a dotted line. And he slides it forward. He says, "Sign here."
Can I read it first?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to draft it up right now really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll put in some
let's-
elevator music here.
Yeah, well, actually, so as this is happening, I'm gonna say so Lia and Hex, you can take this opportunity to RP while I draft up a contract really quick.
Okay.
Can I ask where Hertz is and what's he doing right now first?
Yeah,
before you
so
do that?
so Hertz is sitting there. He's just panting. And he's actually taken some of the warm water that you were holding, and he's just drinking it. He
Okay.
also, he's looking at the food. He's been just taking little nibbles.
So he's very affected by what's around him right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also very warm.
Yeah.
And it's not, and granted, fortunately, you live in a desert, so, like, that's not, like, it's not too bad,
Yeah.
but it's still quite warm in here.
And I mean, he's older, so.
And he's older for sure, yeah. Hertz is in his 80s, I think. And there's a plate of snacks, crackers, and he's taking some crackers, he's dipping them in like a honey that's in a jar, and he's just like eating these crackers.
Damn. That sounds good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Leah looks over at Hex. It's like, Hex, are you sure that you want to do this? This is literally a deal with the devil.
Well, a devil. And
Okay.
I promise. I guess I'll move close, so hopefully that Castiel can't hear me. So I promise, no matter what happens, you and Hertz will be back in affliction, and none of this will harm you.
I don't care about me. I care about getting you back.
I will come back. I can't steal anything for this entity unless I am back, so he's got to get us back one way or another.
Let's hope he keeps to his word and there's no fine print on this.
Well, that's what I'm looking into. I apologize. I did not know that the last time I touched an object that was like this orrery, it was only a vision. It wasn't like this. This is beyond anything I could imagine.
It's okay. We can talk about that when we get back. Right now, all I care about is getting all three of us out of here.
That will happen. I promise.
I can multitask. We can RP if you.
Yeah. Well, I guess
yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering, like what I kind of take the time to like look around as this contract is being written magically.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Like what is around us? What's the rest of this place look like as I actually take a second to like look around?
Yeah, like is it like really, really dark around us too? Like.
So it looks as though you're in a very large, almost like a. I don't want to say it's like the DMV of hell, but it's kind of like there's a big long
Isn't that
carpet,
the same thing?
and there's big pillars, and there's each of these pillars right in front of it. There's a little desk with a devil that is just writing paperwork, and the devil will take a scroll, write something on it, continue writing, and then eventually moves the scroll to another pile.
We're surrounded by devils.
You're surrounded by devils.
Can I
They're
see?
lining this hall.
Can I see how far back this goes with my dark vision?
Miles.
Shit, that's cool.
Miles. This hallway is very, very long.
Okay.
Sick.
And they
And
can
it's
all
interest-
hear us.
So it's interesting. They might be within earshot, but you actually don't. It looks as though they can't hear you, or it looks as though they're just kind of they're in their work.
Sick.
There are imps, which are these little tiny red creatures with leathery bat-like wings. They're about the size of like a corgi, and they are flying, grabbing scrolls and grabbing papers. They're delivering things. They're taking them back out again. It seems as though this looks like some kind of like accounting office. As far as like how the workers go.
Oh,
Sorry, I dropped my metal dice on the floor. I'm trying to find
That's
it.
okay.
no,
go
you're
ahead.
okay. Go for it. That gives Tyler more time.
Yep. Actually, this would probably be a good opportunity to very quickly cut back to Corpsetown.
Ooh.
So, Belle and Mavus, if you would also like to RP anything, as this is all kind of going, as everyone's getting ready, I'm going to say everyone's gearing up to go, that Lilith has summoned several of the Church of the Living that seem to have experience in battle, that are former delvers, or former people with fighting experience, and everyone's suiting up and getting ready to go into these caves. What would you and Mavis like to talk about?
Sick. Who is anyone? Sorry, one last question for you, and then you can focus up.
No,
Is
keep going.
anyone like paying attention to us at all? Like, is Lilith with us, or is Lilith kind of focused on her people? Like, do we have kind of a moment of solitude?
Yeah. Lilith seems to be. Lilith says, I prepare yourself, and everyone goes to get ready, and you two are left alone.
Okay. First of all, I'll say, Mavis, is there anything that we said that was a mistake? Like, do you think that we did the right thing?
I think we did the right thing. I feel a little nervous about bringing everybody back down to the caves, especially when like a couple of them or a few of them just died there, but they seemed
I don't think we're going to be
encouraged.
leaving with everyone. I don't think there's a way around that.
I'm hopeful. I mean, We got you, and got
Yeah.
me, and the leader is also really powerful. So it's possible that she might look out for them.
Yeah,
Did
and
she
maybe
say she could control.
right. I'm wondering if
Everyone
her
or just
ability
the-
to like influence everyone could be a significant advantage. Like I think us working together will be really, really, really important. I think we should
Also,
really focus on that.
Can she just? I know she didn't really explain it well, but can she like influence the ones who have turned or everybody?
I think oh yeah. Well, I think it's got to be both because we saw her for sure when we arrived just now into Corpsetown. We saw her influence ones who have turned because they started to go after us and then she
Right.
like put her hand up and stopped them. But I think when we were at the house, I
Did
think
she
she was
send everybody
influencing
away, or did she tell them to go away?
I don't think she told them. I think she I don't think she told them with words. I think we witnessed her influence turned and non-turned afflicted.
Hi, Tyler. Sorry.
Hi. Yeah, no. Go ahead. What
Yeah, I
We're
looked down and Tyler was like
thinking-
staring us in the soul.
Have we?
Yeah, no,
we
no,
know.
no,
No.
sorry.
No, is so can Lilith control or like influence people that are turned and afflicted? Like just
But not
normal
turned?
afflicted, or is it only people
So,
that have turned?
It seems
that are
that she can
afflicted?
only exert her influence
Okay.
over turned afflicted
Okay.
because
she
they have
has-
no sense of will anymore.
Huge. Okay, but she has her whole flock, which includes plenty of people that are not turned. But
Right.
They
that's
se-
just
yeah.
like
They seem
regular
to be
ass
willing
leadership.
followers. Yeah.
Great.
That's just
Cool. Okay.
because she's very charismatic.
Okay, great.
Real.
I still think that's going to be really beneficial because I really do think a crucial point in us managing the situation down there is going to be teamwork. And I think
Yeah.
above all, we should prioritize us, me, and you, and the leader being aligned.
What are we gonna say to Aerolith when we see her?
That is a great question. I don't
How do we
think
even
Aerolith
explain
is going to
this?
be pleased. Yeah. Well, I guess we probably have to align with and work together with Aerolith, at least to start, right? Because we need to figure out how to get past, or at least somehow subdue the Ankeg. I assume. So I think at least to start, we're going to be on the same page. And so the only thing that we'll need to explain to Aerolith is that we're aligned and that she should trust us. But everything beyond that, I have no clue. Also, I really think we should figure out a way to communicate with Hex and Lia and my brother. I wonder what they're up to. I hope they have a really great, solid plan to deal with my
we
dad.
have like a very quick cut to Will just like panicking.
Oh no!
Yeah, because we're all three of us are gone now.
Yeah, as he
Oh right!
as he
was
is like
wondering.
he and Vu and Kale are just running around the vault screaming.
Oh dude.
Screaming! Oh
just-
man!
Like
Yeah.
fucking Scooby Doo, like going through
I thought they
doors
were still in
type
the.
screaming.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
they follow us? Oh no!
So, but we cut back to hell, and we see
Yay!
we see the contract
Oh god.
is out there. It says,
okay.
I hereto, and then there's a dotted line for Hex. Heretofore known as the undersigned shall deliver to heretofore known as the oversigned anything from the vaults of Waits Crunlow on the continent of Strife in the continent known as the Chain on the plain of Aranel. It should say country, the country of Strife in the continent known as the Chain on the plain of Aranel upon request of the oversigned. This shall serve as payment for the oversigned to allow the undersigned to view the contract signed by Cass Crunlow and the oversigned. Upon signing, the oversigned shall present the contract to the undersigned for a period of time not exceeding 66 minutes and 60 seconds, SMPT, which stands for Standard Material Plane Time. Upon completion of the time given, the oversigned should teleport the undersigned to the vault for payment.
I read through it. And I noticed that there is no. Oh, like he's gonna come with us and just take whatever he wants from the vault.
Well, so
Is that kind of what's gonna happen? Is that how
so
the
there
payment is?
there are a few like
I noticed it's kind of vague.
appendices.
Okay.
And it essentially goes through, there are a few like, please reference, section A for blah, 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 section B. And so one of them is the logistics of how you will be teleported there. And essentially it says that that a gate will be opened and you will walk in, he will request an item, you will come back and deliver it. And then you will be able to
return.
Well, essentially, so the gate opens. I should just write this out. Well, no,
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So the gate opens. He requests an item, and then he kind of goes in there, says, "I want this."
Yeah.
And then leaves.
Sounds good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Leah?
I tell Leo what this says since it's an infernal.
What about me and Hertz?
Yes, I talked to him. I just talked to him like all three of us are going to go back.
We can of course amend the contract for more companions to be teleported out.
As I understand it, it's a gate. They can walk through themselves.
They can, of course. You shall walk through unmolested.
And they?
Well, he turns to Lia and Hertz. He says, would you like to make a deal?
Oh my god.
I don't think that's necessary.
So he turns to you, Hex, and he says, and why is that?
Well, they have done nothing. I brought them here.
And that is unfortunate for them, isn't it?
It would be unfortunate for the nature of my magic to be made unknown to you for as long as I live, wouldn't it?
So he says, our contract is written. It can be negotiated if you would like to include your companions.
As an act of goodwill, yes. Include my companions.
As an act of goodwill. You do know where you are, yes?
I know that you know a good deal when you find one.
So he says, an addendum shall be made, of course. He snaps his fingers and in fiery script, it says...
Oh, God. This is why I didn't... I would have been a great lawyer in real life. But contract law, man. Jeez.
So, he says... So he turns to you, Lia, and he says, your name.
Lia.
Lia. Wonderful. And he turns to Hertz, he says, and your name. And Hertz, he says, I am Hertz. Wunderlich. And he
was a great singer in his day.
So you have heard of me. Through the portal to the vault unmolested. Oh god, that's not how you spell that word. Oh, no. Excellent. So, in fiery script, underneath it says, the undersigned shall also allow one Lia and Hertz Wunderlich to pass through the portal to the vault unmolested.
Okay. This looks good to me. You know, I'm really losing nothing and gaining information. Is there anything that...
You can add Thalion to the last little bit of my name.
Thalion.
Yeah.
It is added. So,
There could be other Leas. Listen, I don't know who else is down here.
Yeah.
Clever. Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
And your last name isn't Wunderlich because it did kind of read
no,
as
it's
like
not.
Lia and
Very
Hex.
true.
Wunderlich.
Very true. So, he has a sign here, Hex.
I sign. Hex signs.
All right.
And then in Infernal, he says "Gaush," or something like that. Just means like so it is.
It is,
So-
yes.
so
So
be
it
it.
is. Yeah. Yeah. And he says, so it is. So he then conjures the scroll again, and he slowly unravels it. And you are given 66 minutes and 60 seconds.
I read. Can I
read the
can I transpose it? Like, can I write it as well to keep or?
It is. So you notice that the text is very small.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It is a novel of text in this contract.
Jesus Christ.
I have a
it's full.
question.
Yes, Leah.
So the same thing. So I know Parrots helped me here. Can I also see it? Like, can I
Yeah,
also-
yeah. You can
Okay,
also.
can I
yeah.
help read it? Because my eyes are pretty good.
yeah. Please.
Yeah.
I think we can all kind of pour over it.
I think we can all read it, you know? Yeah.
So
I have a question.
yes.
Can my echoes read?
You're not sure. You don't know. You didn't even know they could do anything. Other
Then I
than-
don't summon. I don't think I summon them because I don't want to show too much of my cards at the moment. Besides the flash. Okay.
Fair.
I begin to read.
So yeah, you begin to read. I'm gonna say Lia and Hertz. So you lean over to read the contract. As you lean over, you feel as though you just bumped your head on like a window pane before you can get close enough. And Castiel looks up at you and he smiles. He says,
Oh, only me. Fuck. Only I
"Trying
can
to
read
go
it.
back on your word. I see."
Simple mistake. No worries.
So 66 minutes and 60 seconds later, you finish reading the contract. Is there anything that you want to do while you're reading the contract?
I want to focus as much as possible on extracting as much information as I can about the nature of, like, basically, like, what was the deal that was made. My hunch is that this is what caused the situation in Affliction. This is what caused why can't I remember the undead name? I'm so sorry.
The Afflicted.
The Afflicted, yes. This is what
It's always
caused
that word.
this is what caused the Afflicted. Like,
Yeah.
and so I'm basically just looking for, is that correct? And if not, what was the deal that was made? Like, what were the terms? What is he gaining? All of that.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So,
And when you say what is he gaining, do you mean the devil?
I mean, yes, I mean the devil, and because ultimately I want to know how to end it.
And-
Like, I want to know what point can I bring back and go, like, this is how we end it, and if it means dealing with Castiel more or not, that's the information I want to know.
yeah. Okay, so I will be able to draft up what the exact contract says, but I can tell you the gist of it right now.
Yeah, give me
if
the
that's something
gist.
that you
Yeah,
want.
because that's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
come away with.
So essentially, what it says is, and actually, I'm going to change the music for this just a little bit.
To something
So-
jovial?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yes, a
So,
jovial hell.
Yeah. So it says, the gist is, anyone that dies in the City of Affliction, within the bounds of the City of Affliction, shall be resurrected Their soul, if it is claimed by a god, will be prevented from ascending to that god's
Jesus
domain.
Christ.
The soul will be stored in a crystal far beneath the city. During the time that a person is in this state, they will be able to retain their sanity and their mental capacity so long as they kill a demon. Should they fail to do so, they will need to participate in a contest of wills to retain their sanity. $100 and 100 days after the signing of this contract, all souls that are stored in this crystal will be collected.
Jesus.
That is what you get, the gist of this contract.
How long ago was this signed? Was this made?
This was dated back 100 years and a few weeks.
So it's almost done.
It's almost done. Kestiel.
What do I understand as like what happens to, like, for instance, those that are undead at the moment who still have their sanity? Once their souls are collected, what happens to them?
It says that they shall also be collected.
They'll die. Or they'll be brought to hell.
It says that they will be collected by the undersigned Kestiel. Or by the oversigned Kestiel.
Yeah, Hex is reading this, and Lia, you just hear him go, he just says, "Oh, wait. What did you do? What did you do?" And that's just kind of a refrain that he repeats over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get the sense that this contract is going to complete in a couple of days. Or
100 days.
In 100 days?
Yeah, 100 years and 100 days
and it's been 100 years?
It's been 100 years and a few weeks. So
Jesus. So okay, soon.
You got a couple months maybe.
Jesus.
As you finish reading this, the contract as 66 minutes and 60 seconds.
Did I read what the purpose of the crystals were?
So the crystal is a storage unit
for the
souls.
But why the crystals? Like, why go to the crystals? Why not just go straight to hell? Like, I don't understand.
So it was because when Cass Crunlow, and also you read this, when Cass Crunlow made the deal, he said, "I'm not going to sign the souls over. I'm not going to sign my people's souls over to you." First of all, I don't have a guarantee for that. And Kestiel, as a workaround, said, "They won't go to me. They'll go into here, and if by this time, if there are no more demons that are endangering strife, that are endangering affliction, then
there aren't.
The souls will be dispersed back to their gods. But if affliction still is suffering from a demonic presence, then the souls will be harvested.
I understand. Okay.
So at this, the contract vanishes in a burst of flame. The glass pane that was separating Lia and Hex, who have like kind of had your face pressed up for a second, it pops, and You remain. You stay there.
I look at Lia and Hex, and I tell them, I say, Waits Conlo made a terrible deal, but one that is not without hope. The souls of affliction are being gathered in crystals, I believe, where the Onkeg are, where they are going now. And if there are any demons still present in affliction, in a few months' time, all of those souls will come to Castiel. This is the source of everything. This contract explains it all.
Castiel. He says, it would appear that our business is concluded. Well,
Not quite.
half of our business. He opens his hand, and a swirling pool of energy opens up behind him. He says, are you ready to complete this deal, Hex?
Hex is now just kind of realizing that he looks at him and says yes.
Excellent. Hertz slowly stands up, and he holds his arm out for Lia. You take it. The portal clears.
Can we see into the vault?
Yeah.
I hold Lia and Hertz back, and I say to Castiel, I say, can you see enough with your magic? What item you may prefer?
So he looks at you, Hex, and he looks at Lia and Hertz, and for a split second, you see a flash of anger go across his face. And he looks back into the vault, and you can all see into the vault, and Castiel can as well. You see Will, Kale, and Vu running around the vault. Panicked.
Get him out of there!
Vu looks at you. She says, Hex!
I try to make just my motion for them to leave.
Castiel, without missing the connection, points at Vu. And he says, I want her. Bring her to me. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Yes!
That's fucked up.
Fuck yeah! Oh, that's so good.
Oh my god.
I love how you're like,
Literally the one that should be in most distress is like, this storytelling is ridiculous.
To be clear, this is Sebastian.
Yeah.
Hex had
Yeah.
a realization
Yeah.
after reading this again, saying anything in,
What's
the,
in the
vault
vault?
is not just
Yep.
any item in the vault.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
catch
can-
that first time either.
I can go into
Yeah.
the vault and he could say, I want you. And I realized that, and that's why I stopped you guys from going in. And I didn't expect Vu and Kale and Will to be in there.
So, great
Yes!
job, everyone.
Yes!
Great job.
Oh, that was
Tyler
so
is
good.
so
Fuck.
good.
Uh,
You are sneaky,
Awesome.
sneaky.
He
Nice.
did that
Yeah.
little flashback
Brilliant.
to them in the vault to like hopefully get us to catch that.
And I was just like, why are they in the vault? They should have stayed
Yeah.
in the...
That was the moment that I was like, wait a minute.
Wait
In
a
the
minute.
vault.
Super cool.
so,
Super cool.
yeah, good job, everyone. We'll do
So
some
cool.
bond changes now.
Oh,
We'll
right.
start in the reverse order. We'll start with Belle. Belle, any bond changes for you?
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, obviously, you know the deal. Belle loves everybody already, but like, that was the cool. I feel like the just like an increased trust and closeness with Mavis because like again, like Belle already really likes Mavis. Mavis is great, but being so aligned on what was important and what we needed, like I felt like Belle and Mavis were just like we like so much had the same goal, and so much we're like, okay, this is what we need, okay, this will help us towards, like we were just taking steps together towards the same goal, and that was like so cool. And I think also it meant so much to Belle to have Mavis like just like out loud to her face be like, I've got your back, like I don't want anything bad to happen to you, because I think Belle has seen how like fiercely Mavis cares for Lilith even amidst all of this complicated stuff, and so to feel that kind of care for her was really, really special. And it just, I don't know, I feel like Mavis is a part of Belle's family to her, you know? Yeah. I think no change with, obviously no change with Hex and Lia because didn't see them. I think an increased, I think Belle really does trust Lilith. I think that Belle is worried that Lilith will like get lost in her drive for, like, I feel like Belle sees and Belle doesn't know Lilith well enough to know if this is true, but Belle sees a version of Lilith that like is a leader and really, really cares about her community, and Belle really aligns with that. And I think there's like a shared sense of like family in that Belle perceives, at least. And that like version of Lilith, Belle completely trusts, and like wants, like sees a future where sees an ideal, probably maybe not realistic, but an idealistic world where they would be able to lead the city together, you know, like totally sees them aligned. But I think also Belle sees this sort of like negative voice in Lilith's head that is vengeance and revenge for the like personal slight that happened, which is completely legitimate and valid. But I think Belle is sort of like, the bond is Belle completely trusts Lilith, but also feels like we as a group need to keep that need for vengeance in check and find a way to channel it. Otherwise, it can destroy all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Those
Nice.
are the bond
Awesome.
changes.
Great. Thank you, Belle. All right, next up, Hex. Any bond changes for you?
Holy fuck. I mean, I feel like Hex... I feel like Hex feels very guilty. And feels like he damaged a relationship between him and Lia, his relationship with Lia and Hertz, and has now like put his relationship with Vu in danger. But he's not without hope. I think that there is a part of him that thinks that this is not necessarily how it needs to be, but this is not all for like this will end up being good in the long run. But he when he touched the orrery, he honestly thought it was just like last time, just going to be him and maybe the Echo, not fully teleported, but just and having Hertz and yeah so he's feeling some type of way. But I think he felt very comfortable with like dealing with Castiel, and like I think he thinks he got a pretty good deal out of it. Now, honestly, I'm not afraid for Vu. Like I don't think Castiel really knows what he like what he got on his hands. Like you have like I like you're
all locked in here with me.
I really don't think he understands that he just got like a captain of a Githyankai like ship. Like I really don't think he knows what the fuck he did, because she's in disguise, and I don't think he like saw that this is who she, like that she's Githyankai, like that, like she'll there'll be backup. Like shit'll fucking go down in hell if you want to have it happen, like with her. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's all I got for now. I mean, he's
nice.
Oh
that's great.
God, what an episode. What a crazy, yeah, super fun.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Hex. Mavis, you are next. Any bond changes for you?
Yes. The cat is like wilding out and trying to like reel her in.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
She's. I wish I could show you her face because her eyes get so big and she's so freaking cute. But she's just so like.
Oh, she's
like, do you
zooming.
see her?
Yeah,
she's
I
like
see the
zooming.
zoomies in the background. Yeah, that's so cute.
I'm just trying to get her to like not knock over the plants I just got. Anyways, so hi, Mavis. Okay, so bond changes. I think so with Belle, there is the long walk that we had from the like Crunlow Castle to the small town that I cannot, the name is escaping me. Oh my gosh. We have not been together in so long. My brain is like, I don't remember all of the fancy words.
So Corpsetown is where you were. Swedgen is where you're from.
Holy moly. Thank you so much. So in all the way to Corpsetown, I think during that time, the, not the like excitement to see Lilith wore off because there's still excitement there and it's still kind of like, I can't believe you're still in front of me. Like you're in front of me right now. But it's kind of, I'm slowly starting to see the differences between the Lilith I knew and the Lilith that there is right now in front of me. And so I think in that time during the walk, Mavis kind of came to a conclusion of like, okay, I'm down here to help my friends. Belle is important to me. Belle is the priority. And we need to figure out what everything else, like what's happening. And then Lilith and making sure that she is okay will be like the next priority. Like if I can get them both happy, perfect. But Belle is like number one because I care about her. But also like we're a group now. Like it's not just me anymore doing things by myself. Like I have to look out for people around me. So Belle is priority number one. So I think the conversation with Belle where she said like, oh, like you mean so much to me and was like speaking from her heart and being like, I can't like speaking out loud. It kind of took me by surprise, but it was also like, you know, I feel the same way about you. Like that's really significant, I think. So I think that friendship kind of deepened and just made Mavis feel like a lot less alone. Like there's more people around me now. With Lilith, still trust her, still love her deeply. There's a little bit of guilt mixed into that friendship because now realizing like how close Lilith was the whole time, it's like, you know what? I never did try to come to Corpsetown. Like I could have came here and I could have looked. Like I was just kind of living life and trying to survive, but I could have been doing more. And so I think with everything else, that's kind of it. Everyone else was in hell, so
that's fair. That's fair. Thank you, Mavis. Last but not least, Lia. Any bond changes for you?
Oh God,
a couple. First, I think. Well, first of all, I'll start off with the funny one. Sir Pillingham. She feels awful about that. She feels absolutely awful. Because you want to know what my thought was? I'm like, oh, let me tie it back to like something I learned before. Maybe get a point of inspiration. Like, this is like so smart, right? And like, his personality is a lot like my guy's personality that I know. And so she was like, okay, let's talk about it. And let's make some friends. And then that happened. And she's like, no fucking way. And she's not one to make friends either. So she was like, oh my God, how the fuck did I mess that up so badly? So she feels bad about that. And then I think with Hertz, she feels a little bit more like protective of him now after seeing like how like affected he was by like everything in hell. And, you know, he didn't like, you know, when he was showing us around the vault, he was not expecting to be brought into that. So I just was like, I felt bad. And then Hex, think right now, she's feeling more so she's pushing like her angry feelings aside at the moment just because of like the situation that we're in. But she's more so just like wanting to get us out of there and making sure all of us are out of there, because no matter what happens, she still cares about every single person that she's with, very much so. And it wasn't, she doesn't, and she wanted to get that across to Hex, especially when we were talking before the contract was signed and when you were writing the contract, because she doesn't really say that often. And even though she was upset with him, she still wanted to let him know that she still cares about him, and like very much so. And like she wanted to make sure all of us got out. So she's like, we'll deal with that part later. I don't want to talk about that right now. We're gonna talk about this. So I think that she feels a little bit more like that. She's still a little pissed. I won't get that wrong, but she does still feel like, you know, that bond with everybody there. I don't really think there's anything else that happened that I can think of that would be bond changes. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So, okay.
That's it.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. Sorry, I had to write something down.
No, you're good.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. This was an amazing session. Very, very cool. Very cool stuff that I wasn't expecting to happen. But here we go. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Also, I have a note here that says Claire has a BBL. So I don't know what that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's for
Yeah.
sure. That's it. Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
good.
Yeah.
Basically,
Good.
it summarizes the whole episode. If we're-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's the biggest thing that happened, I think, in this
Yeah.
session.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amen.
what you did
I
there.
get,
Biggest.
I
Oh
get
my
what you
God.
did there.
Good. Good. All right, yeah. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time. Bye.
BBL Drizzy.
Yippee!
Holy shit.
Nah,
That was-
Tyler, you
that was
ate.
fun.
You ate.